they used reverse psychology to draw two people that didn't even have any affinity for one another together because they told them they can't have each other. Because now the eugenicist is telling you that they trying to get rid of the birth defect in the European. Dr. Francis Quest Wells, right? And Brazilianization is the mixing up of a genetic pool in order to clean birth defects from an inferior stock by the royal blood from across the land. The South American priest was the least infiltrated and the most effective in recovering Yakub's grafted devil. Because how did they say, Elijah say they had to, how did they have to get rid of them? Reverse engineer them.
Yeah, go ahead.
So if they need one drop of blood, that's enough to give them a right to a sin. Because now they can raise the sacred secretion. Before they could only operate on what's called the silver liquid, which is what they call cerebral spinal fluid, which is virtually clear like water. Right? And it's heavily infused with colloidal gold, colloidal silver, and other essential trace minerals and metals. It's not until the soft metals come into the body, what we call toxic metals, that interferes with the harmony in the system of allowing the secretions to rise. That's why they be putting all that metals in our shit. Conjugal Eve is something like over 200,000 years old. But primordial Adam is 60,000 years old.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So who first?
That's a good question, because, hey, you know what? I was about to put a tape out about that, arguing with, was Adam first or Eve, or, was the woman or the man first, based on mitochondrial DNA? To me, it's the woman.
The mitochondrial DNA said that the woman was here long before a man that was ever invented.
Plus, right. I don't know no man without a mother.
They never showed you a dinosaur with balls. Never seen one with a dick.
Go ahead. I need to hit a button, drop a bomb right there. Say that again.
All animals up until a certain point was female. They got a mitochondrial lizard. She self-replicates. She just parthogenically reproduce perpetually. Wow. No males in their species.
Wow.
Pythons have been known to grow up and have living eggs and never being in contact with another snake.
I heard about that.
Right. Alligators have also been known to live in long-term isolation and still produce offspring, but the common denominator is they all the same gender as the mother. Whereas if it's a breeding pair, the temperature in the incubation mound determine which ones are male and which ones are female. Right? But when they kept long-term captivity, they're all born female. That means they clones of the mother. They parthogenically generated. They have species of fish that's been known to parthogenically reproduce. These are ancient species of animal that predate the Y chromosome. The Y chromosome, when you look at it under a microscope, it is a X chromosome with an atrophied appendage. That red piece on the end of the chromosome, right? That's called a telomere. As you get older, that gets smaller, and as that gets smaller, it's because you age because of that. Now, remember in the Bible, it says man shall not, the Spirit of God shall not always dwell with man, for his years shall be 120.
Yeah.
When you born, you see the third line up. You got a cursor you can put on it to show what I'm talking about.
I don't got a cursor on this one, but I got it blew up for you if you can.
Okay, so now you see. Okay, now look. You see where it's red?
Yeah.
It's a line over that. That's the first line.
Yeah.
Then it's the second line, and then the third line.
Yeah.
When you born, you approximately, that telomere is approximately to the third line.
Mm-hmm.
By the time you are about 60, it's right there.
Okay.
In order to take an eternal being and limit their life, altering the genetics, you have to clip the telomere. And once you did it, it used to cover the entire chromosome. But now it doesn't. This is when they stole our eternal life. Right here's how they did it.
Man. Go ahead.
Okay, now, zoom back. Okay, so now they made us be where our lifespan is roughly 120 years, and that's determined by that part of the telomere. That determines our aging cycles. In order for that to work, the body had to create a receptor in order to have a chemical tell the body how old it is. This is done through a series of hormones called human growth hormones, HGH. Pull HGH up so that people can see I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Because if they don't know, I know what I'm talking about
right now. HGH.
HGH.
HGH.